Hello everybody and welcome to the first full-length review on our channel. And today we have the Studio Series 103 Rhinox. Now I just picked this guy up today and I'm nowhere near disappointed. This guy is absolutely amazing. He lives perfectly up to our expectations here. Now, getting into his articulation here, he does have a rotation joint here, a knee joint here, and the feet do rotate as well, which is always nice. And you also get almost full, oh no, it is full 180, full 360 hip rotation as long as you lift the tail up here, or else it kind of gets in the way. And this little skirt piece is also articulated mostly for transformation, but that's also a really nice touch. The arms can go the full 360 here. The shoulder pads can also move, so that way you can get a full 90 degrees right there. We do have a elbow rotation right here. Hold up, it's a little tight here. Yeah, elbow rotation right here, and wrist rotation as well. So that is really nice. And then it's all the same over on the other side. Then we also do have some head rotation here. It's very, mine's like very tight, but it is on a ball joint. It's very tight, but it does move. So that's nice. That is indeed very nice. I'm sorry I'm having to film this in a weird way. I don't have a real tripod, so I literally just have this leaned up against my speaker and on 0.5, so. But yeah, really nice looking figure just straight up out of the box already. Speaking of the box, this is what our box looks like. As you can see here, it's a really nice Rhinox CG render. We got the Rhino mode on that side, and then we got the robot mode on that side, and then you got the normal background stuff. And then for a display, you can probably see it right there. But it kind of get this lit up properly. It's basically the cave that Noah, there we go. It's basically the cave that Noah and Elena escaped to get to try and find the second part of the transwarp key. And yeah, it looks pretty nice. Now, turning to accessories, we do get this little hammer. It's nothing special. It's actually pretty small too, but we do at least get some good painting on it compared to some other weapons. And then this can also tilt up, which is how you store it in the transformation. And I don't think you're technically supposed to do this, but you can actually store it on the figure. There's, as you can see right there, huge port, and then you kind of plug it into there, and that's how you store it on robot mode. But you can always store it like that. Sorry, on beast mode, but you can always store it like that on robot mode too, which I think is really nice. Now here is Rhinox compared to the other two Maximals that are currently available to buy, at least here in the US, and as you can see, they go by pretty well. I know it's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but let me pick this up here. As you can see, they are pretty well scaled. Air Razor being a lot shorter, although we don't actually transform in the movie. I guess we can kind of just assume this. But Rhinox and Cheetor are pretty accurate right here. And yeah, so that's what they look like compared to all the Maximals. Here he is compared to the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. And while we don't see these guys directly next to each other, this seems like it'd be pretty accurate. Now, turning to a transformation, I'm gonna do my best to show you as much of it as possible. But since I don't actually have a tripod, I'm literally just leaning this up against my desk. It's gonna be kind of hard. So please bear with me here. I'm trying to explain it as best as I physically can. So the first thing I do is take this this skirt piece and kind of just lift it up just to get it out the way. Then what you want to do is you're going to want to click these in. They just click, very soft push. You don't need to do much. And then if you go up here, we are going to want to take these hands, pull them down just like that. As you can see, as you can see, just like that, rotate the fist, just like that, and then turn it just like that, and then clip it right back into here. What you're then gonna wanna do is rotate that, and then boom, there is one Rhino arm done. You're gonna repeat the same process over here. Take this, pull it out, rotate the fist over here. It seems like it's easier. And rotate the whole piece and put it right there. Then rotate the entire elbow, and there you go. Now both of his arms are complete. Now what you're going to want to do is come to this back section here and just grab this little bottom half and kind of just unpeg it just like that. Then just pull it off. A little tab right there that pegs into. Then what you're gonna do is put your finger on his head and your other finger right here, and then just pull it over, kind of just like Cheetor. What you can then do is take out the head and push it like that, and then split the head in half, and then there you will see the horn is concealed there. Then you just click the head back together, and there's the head. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this little piece that sits right under there and just extend it about that far. Then close this back up, so you should be left with something like this. Then there are a couple little slots right there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. That these tabs will just kind of peg into on both sides. So just do that. It should just soft click, so you should look like this. Then what you are going to want to do is take these abs right here and then kind of just split them. Just like that. And I'm sorry, it's very hard to see. Just like that. Then what you're going to want to do is take this whole thing, grab right up here, and then just pull it out. And make sure those abs aren't in the way. Then, speaking of the abs, there's little grooves right there that you're just going to want to line the same on that side. And then just push this back over. Make sure there's nothing in the way. And yeah, push it over. And then it should just slide right into place, just like that. Then these shoulders are on a, make sure you don't do what I just did there. And also make sure you don't drop your camera. Then what you want to do here is these shoulders are on a double joint, so they should just pull out just like this, and then just click them right into the side, just like that. And then do the same thing on the other side, just like that. So you basically got the entire front half of the Rhino complete. And then what you want to do here is these should be tabbed in. Just pull these out. Just like that, and then bring them forward so they're like that, and then just kind of squeeze them off the side, and then do the same thing on this side. Should be left with something like this. Oh, also something I forgot to mention, make sure you bring these little rubber pieces and tuck them under here, and then yeah, you're good right there. So then this entire back section here with the tail, it's just gonna like peg in over here. So just make sure you've got everything in a good spot. Oh, I also forgot to mention, spread the legs real quickly, and this skirt piece should just tab in right there. There's two little tabs, it should just tab in right there. Then get it as compact as you can, just like that. Bring it over, and then it should just tab in like so. I say like so, I can't get it in. Yeah, make sure that you have the legs out of the way of the joint, and I just got it. And then they should just click in just like that. Move the tail. Readjust the legs if you need to, if it's like off balance like mine is. And then, boom, you are done. There is Rhinox in Rhino mode. And then for weapon storage, literally just take the hammer and bend it over until that little peg clips in there. And then just put it on the top, and there you go. There's Rhinox in his Rhino. Now I just love all the detail on this guy. My only complaint is the lack of articulation, which you do see a lot on these beast mode figures, which does kind of suck. Oh wait, on this one, oh, I mistransformed him a little bit there. That's all right. This should not be able to go this far. It should be able to go about this far if you transformed it properly. But yeah, and then the legs can move about like that, and then the head cannot tilt, but it can move up and down, which is nice. And then tail obviously can move as well. So yeah, not crazy amount of articulation, which I see a lot with these beast mode figures, but still really cool. Now here he is compared to two of the figures that we ended up comparing him to in robot mode, and they look pretty decently sized. I feel like Rhinox and Cheetor are pretty sized, and then Bumblebee and Cheetor are pretty sized too, so I'm going to assume that this is also pretty accurate. I don't know. You don't really see them side by side in the movie, at least in this form. So we're just gonna have to take it with a grain of salt. And yeah, honestly, I'm going to assume that it's actually pretty accurate. So now my final overall thoughts is that this guy is just an absolute beauty of a figure. I feel like, really, the only thing I don't like is just the way the bottom looks. It's a little bit hollow right here, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But other than that, this figure is really nice. I also really wish there would have been more head rotation besides just this. But other than that, really, there's really nothing wrong with this figure. And, you know, especially for just being a Voyager, I feel like they've done an amazing paint job. And it's just an absolute beauty of a figure. I highly recommend it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe on this video. Yeah, make sure to turn on those notifications so you know whenever our next figure review comes out, which I'm going to tell you is most likely going to be Nightbird, as I pre-ordered her. And she'll be here around November 2nd. But I don't know, I might buy another figure in that time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.